hostile.
So to the point of incels are warranted or not, I don't believe that they are, but I also believe that people who identify as an incel don't know how to talk to women anyway.
But
I mean,
Sean,
Have
so
a label now.
Sean, question on that though.
uh-huh.
Is it easy
It's what easy?
talking to women?
No, it's a challenge.
Well, so we're
All right,
yeah.
then, Sean.
So it's warranted. Come on,
So
Sean.
it's warranted, Sean. I mean,
Well, so wait, because it's always been a challenge. It ain't never been easy. So
Well,
now it's warranted.
so think about this for a second, right? Just
Uh-huh.
use yourself. How tall are you?
6'1".
Do you have muscles?
I do.
Are you handsome?
Damn sure.
Were you in the military?
Yes.
You have security clearances, certifications, blah blah blah, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's hard for you.
No. I didn't say it was hard. I said it's a
Well,
challenge.
a challenge. Sorry, it's a
Yeah.
challenge for you.
Correct.
So now imagine fucking Elmer Fudd without the gun.
I understand. But to say that they're warranted, I had to push back on that because if it's warranted, it means there's a necessity for incels.
Yeah.
I don't believe that there's a necessity because if you're an incel, I'm assuming that an incel by the definition said involuntarily celibate, right?
Yes.
So that
Yes.
means you're a heterosexual person who wants a woman,
But you
right?
can't get one.
But you can't get a woman because you don't know how to talk to women.
But it's also partly, how you treat it in society too. See, incels, like they say, a lot of the shooters were incels
I buy that.
because it's a lot of trauma for those people, and then the cap on it is how much they want women and women don't want them.
I
But
buy
they're
that.
also speaking out though. See, people keeping it in Columbining.
So if incels are warranted, then
Mhm.
what's the gift to them? Is it women aren't going to lower their standards to satiate or satisfy an incel just to be with them?
Can we reword the question then? Because I
Sure.
think that's maybe it's me that is throwing off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I understand the term of incel, and I was going to make the same connection to these mass shooters. But I don't know, like, are they placing themselves in the category to say, me, if I'm putting a label on it, I am the incel, and I'm okay with that? Like, are you trying to come out of that environment of being a quote unquote incel?
I can answer that. So if you read that clip I played is like 10 or 15 minutes, and it's a good clip. He's saying no, but he's saying that's what he is based on his life and what he's experienced, which is pretty transparent. So they don't want to. They want women. They want a relationship, but they can't. They can't seem to obtain it. And now they're telling you that a lot of it is bullshit because women want all the same. Women want 10% of men.
I say if the premise is that it's warranted because women have done something, my answer is no. I think that if you're an incel and you desire to be with a woman, but you're not able to for whatever reason, you need therapy because that there's a break in there that has nothing to. It didn't start with women at the at the level that you're at in your adult life. So you have to go back to something where it actually the root of that is. That's just my opinion, though.
Hey, yo, Q. Imagine you try to bag 10 women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not one of them bite. Not one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that will make a man feel?
Horrible, but again, I think that that's a personal issue. I don't think that that's the likelihood that you'll. I'll say this for for an example for women. If a woman's like no men are good, right? Like she really feels like all men are horrible, right? Taking me out of it, I'm just not attracted to men. So, but if a woman who's inclined to men feels like all men are horrible, the likelihood that she bumped into like 10 consecutive assholes is a personal issue to her. She needs to get something fixed. Cause I just don't, I can't see that. Like, so that means that there's something in you that's attracting that.
So for this Q, yes, I understand what you're saying, but just for this, they are deemed unattractive.
By who?
like societal standards.
But haven't they
But
always?
it has to do more with just physical, like
No, so that's what one of the clip I played, he was saying like the promiscuity has led to more what did he say? What's the word he used? Carnal things to be more important, like attractiveness.
but I
Because
think that's bullshit because retarded niggas bag bitches.
well, that's what he said. So I'm just clarifying this.
But Q, they shoot at the right ones too.
I gotta
Huh?
check you real quick.
Do we think social media has an influence on that? Because
Of
I think it
course.
was Sean that said it, that, this has been going on for however long. I just think now we have this quote unquote label for it. But is it now that because of social media, they have other people to compare themselves to instead of, to Q's point, doing the work? I do think that as
Or
people,
confide in though, right?
you said what?
Or confide in,
Yeah.
right? Because if you're from West Bubble, Iowa, you know what I mean? You a dub, but now you find a community of men that are experiencing the same things. And think about the incels. Think about the people we went to school with the golf outfits and shit. They didn't have a voice. But now you got Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. Now you can actually get it out. What you think?
But that's wouldn't that make more sense if they couldn't find a community?
Well, it's a community of men who aren't succeeding when it comes to women.
Yeah, but the goth black makeup community can now find the anime girl counterpart, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know how to deliver, then you don't know how to deliver. That's then, to Bub's point, if you go 0 for 10, you gotta go back to the drawing board and shoot left-handed. Like you got to do something different, right?
Like
Yeah.
it's an excuse. It's an excuse in a way, because back to what I feel like personally is just that because of the way society is, like somebody that looks like that man in that video, you looking for somebody that a social Instagram model. Like, of course you're going to get turned down. Of course you're not going to be looked at. But there's a plethora amount of women that feel like they can't find the right man either. So y'all together, hello, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they, people, because of how society is, they're looking too much out there. Let's be realistic. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic about who we are as people and where we stand as people. Like, I'm not going to sit here and waste my time trying to bag fucking Gucci man or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm going to stick within my means, what works for me because of where I am in my life. And if more people did that, then more people would be able to come together and be like, okay, I found my match. But people are not trying to find their match. They're trying to find what looks good for everybody else.
That's fair.
And I wouldn't even say it's about settling. It's just like being
Final thought
able
on
to
this,
take
Q.
the blow.
Go ahead, Q. My bad. Final thought on this topic. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I don't think it's even about settling, like saying somebody's not at your level and you can't get them. I think it's how you deal with the rejection. Like, you're gonna shoot high, but if it don't work out, now you've become this reclusive person who's like, I'm in a group of these low vibrating people and we all call ourselves incels. Like, bounce back from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, if you're coming like with that kind of energy, that shit is just unattractive, period. Even to a chick with special needs, I'm sure.
Words. like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. It's interesting, man. Interesting.
Why you have special needs, Q?
Because special needs people be bagging people. Like, I feel like when I be seeing that, I'm like, damn, there's somebody for everybody. So to Mary's point, like, yeah, y'all.
I've seen a lot of Down syndrome couples and all that.
That was final thought. We can definitely circle back to that. You know what I mean? Because I just want to get to the whole thing. That's just one facet of, right? Are we in the midst of a men's empowerment movement? And I think what really popped this off is kind of some of that Kevin Samuel shit, but it's deeper than that. Let me go to this next topic. So